Um, my name is Jeff Kiley. I am a shareholder of Cytrx. I've been a shareholder of Cytrx for 6+ years. And I wanted to weigh in on the debate that's out there, seems to be out there, as to the superiority of aldoxorubicin versus doxorubicin. And I want to start off with two very, strong statistics that prove the efficacy of aldoxorubicin. First one is more than 2 times as many people have a response, either a complete response or a partial response, to aldoxorubicin versus doxorubicin. More than 2 times as many people have a response. The second one is the progression-free survival is 2 times again, 5 months versus roughly 2.5 months. And this is from me reading all these clinical trials over the last 6 years. So, two twos. You got more than two times as many people responding, complete, partial, and you have twice as long a progression-free survival on aldoxorubicin versus doxorubicin. So those are the statistics, and let me move on to what I think is even the more powerful argument for superiority, which is the toxicity. And they are finding out in young people who doxorubicin has been around for decades. It's a very old drug used, broadly among many cancers. But specifically in Hodgkin's lymphoma, these young people that are now 35 to 40 years old are developing serious heart problems. They have heart failure. They need a heart transplant at what? Cost of $500,000, sometimes taxpayer money, sometimes insurance money, but a lot of money. And why? Because the linker with the Aldo does not allow the doxorubicin to enter the heart to damage it. And this is one of the biggest benefits of aldoxorubicin versus doxorubicin. It does not damage the heart. And then you move into the other issue, and if the hair falls out, that's a toxicity. There's this myth out there that the insurance companies will not pay for a cosmetic improvement such as not losing your hair. And I'm sorry, I just can't get my arms around that one. I'm on the other side of that statement. The insurance companies will pay. This is a toxic event. This is not a cosmetic event. Your hair's falling out because the drug is so toxic. And, the only parallel I can come up with, which I don't know if it's good, again, I'm a layman, I'm not a doctor, but you look at the percentages of lumpectomies versus either bilateral mastectomies or mastectomies, it's 90% of the operations are lumpectomy. Maybe 80% now that Angelina Jolie has decided to get a bilateral mastectomy because she had a BRCA gene, I think it was a BRCA gene, which made her more susceptible to breast cancer. But still, the bulk of these, and you look at the side effects of a lumpectomy. You go in, you take the lump out, then you treat it with radiation. You have the side effects of the radiation. You have the prolonged side effects of the radiation, and versus the mastectomy, which in most cases ends the issue. But we still have the bulk of these operations done in the lumpectomy category, and insurance companies pay for that. So let's move on to what to pay for this drug. Now, I don't think this drug should be anywhere near, priced like Optivo at $12,000 a month, but with doxorubicin probably costing $400 a month, why shouldn't this drug that has better efficacy, statistically proven better efficacy, and much, much less toxicity and much less side effects from that, why shouldn't it be priced at $2,000 a month? I don't know. This is the kind of the business decisions that the company will make. But we all know that Doxy works well with breast. And this hair loss thing is to me a very a big thing. And I don't know where, and I think so. The first place, and what do we have now? We have the gentleman, the doctor, who took Taxol or the derivative of that, Taxotere, and put a protein linker on it, and all of a sudden it's a Abraxane that has done billions and billions of dollars of sales and still does $1 billion a year in sales. This is the gentleman who's going to take our drug, aldoxorubicin, through the 505(b)(2), I think that's the way it goes, 505(b)(2) regulatory pathway, and get it approved. And I think since he's done this before, he knows it, he has credibility, he's exactly the right guy to do it. I think this is these milestones, maybe it will be achieved. So to me, it's a really very simple, statistically proven, lesser toxicity, charge more money for it, benefit the patient, benefit the children, kind of hopefully benefit Cytrx in the long run situation that we're involved with now. And I think the stock should be trading much more than 60 cents a share. So I got 1,600 people that viewed my last video. I was stunned and felt good about it. I got 33 thumbs up. I got 1 thumb down on the last video. But this hopefully will be the end of the videos because I think we talked about previously what I spoke about in the other, and now we're talking about the benefits of aldoxorubicin versus doxorubicin. So thank you very much for your time, and I'm going to say goodbye.